So in today's video, we're going to jump into some more interesting stories on Reddit, and the first stop on Reddit is going to be the r/paranormal subreddit. Let's get going. So our first story today comes from the r/paranormal subreddit and was uploaded by user available underscore tie underscore 3918, titled "The Crying Lady." So the OP states, I was staying in a hotel room downtown Chicago for my birthday in 2012. He had his own room, completely alone in the hotel room, and was trying to take a picture of himself with the city in the background. This was when phones only had front-facing cameras, so you had the phone around and hope for the best. And I caught what looks like a woman sitting on the bed with her jaw almost disconnected and looked like she's crying. I was in a hurry to head out to dinner and didn't look at the pic until the next day when I was on the train heading home and have no explanation for whatever that is in the background. So as we can see, you've got the OP in the foreground and then what appears to be a crying lady in the background, with the shadow of the city as well on the in the glare. What is it? Who knows? It's pretty. Look, you can definitely make something out right there. Pretty creepy. We look at the comments. Someone tries to explain what it is. So after inverting the picture, in it is my opinion, this is most likely pareidolia. Do see there's an object on the bed, something akin to an open suitcase, and what looks like just behind the bed, possibly a chair with a jacket or some sort of garment draped over it, but the inverted color spectrum doesn't show the face in the negative, leading me to believe this is just our brain trying to make sense of the noise and not an actual anomalous face appearing in the photo. Don't get me wrong, in full color, it's definitely creepy, but I'm just not seeing what I would expect to see if the figure wasn't an illusion brought by contrasting colors. Please feel free to share any additional details of the room, layouts, photos, hotel name, etc. As it might serve the fun discourse of the strange photo you've shared with us. When looking at the photo, it's definitely creepy. You can definitely see something going on in the backgrounds. As others have said as well, there's a suitcase on the bed. So what is it? Who knows? Is it paranormal? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, look, let me know what you think in the comment section, and on to the next one. This next story is comes from the r/confession subreddit, and I'm just gonna give a warning. If you want to skip this section, it talks about using performance enhancing drugs. So the original OP comes from Economist Careless 838. So this person states, 2 years ago, I cheated in my sport in college. I took drugs to enhance my performance. With that, I ended up winning my conference in multiple events. And it was a big surprise. The year after, I decided to quit and haven't touched it. That year, I did mediocre, but still placed in my conference and did well. This year, 2 years post everything, I had my two worst races of my life. Now, this could be a lot of things. A, 2 years post drugs, or B, honestly, I'm a senior. I'm done. I've accomplished what I wanted, but now I honestly feel kind of hollow in my sport. I don't know if I regret what I did. I still worked extremely hard for my medals, and I know I have it in me to perform well. That this being said, coming from someone who's done it, it's rewarding in the moment, but years later, I really don't know how to feel. So as you can imagine, the this so the comments that are here are honestly roasting the OP for what they've done. One person, I guess, tries to rationalize it. You're growing, realizing this while still competing can be a good or bad thing depending on how you look at it. They are accomplishments you will always remember fondly as long as you don't torture yourself for it. You did it, it's done, it's over. One day this will be a distant memory. Someone asked Mike Tyson about how he felt of his accomplishments in his heyday. His answer was like, it's like it never happened. Then the OP responds, I wish I could figure out how I feel. I think I'm just tired of my sport. In all honesty, I performed horribly today and don't know if it's 2 years off the drugs or just that I'm not in love with my sport anymore. Someone said, you didn't do poop. Respectfully, that wasn't the real you. Trust me, man, I'm dealing with this right now. Looking back, it's hard to know what I did or didn't do. I know I worked my butt off. Uh, what, what was what? Why? Get back in the game naturally and find yourself much love, bro. Do it and then do it again. Someone cheat, obviously. Someone says, how do you feel about cheating now? And that it's all said and done. OP replies, honestly, it's a mixed bag of emotions that I'm still trying to figure out. I don't know how I feel. I still work my butt off extremely hard, which I understand is hard to believe. I genuinely have no idea if I regret it or not. I had some awesome memories winning my medals, and I've had some poopy ones as of recent. Sometimes I feel like fake medals, and other times I don't. I think I'm still working out how I feel. I was young and stupid when I did it. I'm less young and a little less stupid, so I really don't know. Then someone hits straight to the point. You cheated yourself and also those who deserve to win. Great that you're confessing, but it is pretty poopy thing you can't go back on. You know. Then someone says, I played a sport starting at 8 years old and was pushing enough to get into college tuition, mostly paid for it, but like you, I burned out and just quit. Don't feel bad. Virtually no one plays sports competitively after college. And also, at the highest levels, anyone takes PIDs. So the playing field was probably still level. Someone says, "Yeah, you feel hollow because you not only cheated in your sport, you cheated yourself. You never got to know your true potential. Your wins are unearned and therefore meaningless. It's a pity after all those years you dedicate yourself to the sport. I get it. You lose sight of what's really important under all the pressure to win. Now that you know that life isn't just about winning, find a way to live that is more satisfying." Look, I guess this sheds a real light on cheating and using performance enhancing drugs in general. No, look, obviously when you're cheating and using drugs to get the best out of yourself, it is going to be hollow because you're not really giving your all to it. You're giving your all in the sense that you're pushing your body beyond its limits rather than artificially rather than doing it naturally. So obviously the wins are going to feel hollow to you. Should you cheat? Absolutely not. And do cheaters deserve to get caught? Absolutely they do, because you're not only cheating yourself, you're cheating others. On to the next one. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like the channel, give it a subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep updated about any future videos. So this next one comes from the r/cults subreddit, and it's actually pretty interesting. So we're just gonna click open, and it brings you to Joan Ocean Dolphin Connection. So from what I was gathering, this is cults or something to do with dolphins. So I'm guessing Tales from the Mer World. So as you can see, pretty it's pretty hectic. It's all about dolphins and this person Joan Ocean. So I'm guessing someone looks at yeah, this is Joan, as you can see. So home seminars and this is a pretty basic website, but also a lot going on here devoted to dolphins. Some interesting imagery going on. Um, Look, you can definitely tell. If you look at this particular image, you've got an alien pyramid, some dolphins, some underwater castle, maybe. I don't know, some technology, something. Uh, Again, yeah, look, it's something called light cities. It's pretty bizarre. Amplifying peace, blast of light. We'll look at the amplifying peace. In choosing thoughts that make you feel peaceful, joyful, loving, harmonious, strong, and vital, you shift your energy in a powerful way that allows these wonderful qualities of the divine to flow to you, through you, into your life, and into the world. This is light work at its finest. As the frequency of well being is amplified, the frequency of dis-ease must diminish. The more you love that feeling of peace, the more the source of flowing through you can amplify peace in your personal life and in your world. Visionofheaven.com is where that comes from, apparently. So as I said, yeah, so you so there's a lot going on here. The Earth Alliance. Yours yeah, look, this is definitely a deep dive into someone who loves dolphins a fair bit. And someone who I'm guessing is head over heels for the dolphins in Hawaii. Psychic dolphins. Here we go. A psychic connection is when you and another person, dolphin, understand each other's feelings. Good lord. Can dolphins read our minds, our thoughts, our feelings? Are they intuitive and empathetic? Yes. Oh my lord. Like basically, that's a look. I'm not gonna say it, but that's almost implying one thing. Really, like I'm trying to remain neutral because but in saying that, this is yeah, I don't know what to feel about. I don't know what to think about that. It's just bizarre. This yeah, that, that's weird. So I mean, look, we got what's new, ponders. Let's click on dolphins. Dolphins and whales are calling us into the ocean. They want to meet us, to introduce us to the world, and to swim with us into the unknown. They are intelligent friends who exemplify qualities we value: cooperation, harmony, peace, joyfulness, good health, beauty, wisdom, supple movement, grace, and unconditional love. The dolphins and whales are approaching us around the globe, filling our minds with visions of freedom and interacting with us to encourage us to attain many life enhancing qualities. So when I read this, all I can think of really, without being mean, is the South Park episode where Cartman managed to convince. No, no, I take that back. Where the two guys at SeaWorld managed to convince the kids to launch the Shamu to the moon. Like, was that funny? Absolutely. But really, like, this is sort of the vibes I'm getting from that. Like, it's obviously this person deeply believes it, and I'm not making fun of their belief. Well, I mean, I guess a little bit, but I really shouldn't, But in saying that, look, dolphins are intelligent creatures. Everyone knows that. No one's going to deny that. Are they calling us to the ocean? No. We realistically don't even know what the dolphins are saying with their sounds. Look, I mean, look, do having dolphins in the ocean make you if they make them feel better? Absolutely. But in saying that, look, I think you need to be able to separate yourself from certain things, and it sounds like unfortunately this person really can't. This is why it sounds like they've made halt with this. I mean, look, what the dolphins have taught me: to swim and dive, to hear better and more in the ocean and in general, to enjoy the ocean swimming, to value living in a group of people and living like dolphins. Like how you live like dolphins, I guess in a pod, share things. I don't know, but look, as long as you're enjoying the ocean, look, these are some of the basic principles they teach: supporting each other, cooperating, no competition, taking care of nature, and it takes care of us. And it takes care of us. We are more than our physical bodies. We're able to communicate, use our telepathic abilities, sound, vibrations, can heal us, use them, study them, live simply, breathe deeply, sleep on your own schedule, eat what's in your environment, always smile, eye contact. You have control over your emotions. Don't blame others. Keep active. Enjoy making life. Be curious. Teach the young people. Play more than anything else, no matter where you are. Respect your family. Share your feelings. Be fearless. Use your sixth sense and beyond. Have integrity. Love yourself and keep yourself. Look, those are all very good values to live by. But in saying that, I think learning from dolphins, yeah, is I think is a bit weird. Again, it's an interesting web page, but in saying that, look, um, yeah, it's still very, very culty to me. And look, it is what it is. You can't deny it. I mean, lots of pictures of dolphins. Yeah. Again, look, it is what it is. Anyway, that's this one, and on to the next story. So the last story in today's video comes from the r/humanoid encounters subreddit, and this was posted by ice_chilled_water, and the title is Horrifying Encounters with Entity in Russia. So the OP has tagged this as a skinwalker. So here's what they've posted. Me and my four friends were in the Russian countryside this winter. We stayed at one of my friends' houses from mid-December to the beginning of January, about 20 kilometers east of Moscow. On the night before New Year's, we had a terrifying encounter with something horrible. It was 1:30 a.m. We had stayed at the house all day, ate pizza, watched movies, and played Mortal Kombat. We had also been to the sauna and had all been in good spirits, as later that day it would be New Year's. We were outside my friend's house, which overlooks a very small valley, about 10 meters in depth and 60 meters in length. We were blowing up some firecrackers that we had repaired. His house is quite isolated, with the nearest neighbors about 100 meters away. We blew them up one by one, throwing them into the valley that was next to the house. As we were doing this, I was the first to notice a black silhouette with a glowing cigarette in the distance, moving towards us extremely fast. I immediately notified everyone with me and told them to get inside the house's courtyard. My friends saw the figure, were confused to who it may be and what they were doing, but weren't worried, as the figure was a very long way away, and we had at least 2 minutes before he came close enough to probably see our faces. Didn't do anything. I looked back at the figure and immediately noticed that his eyes had a faint glow. Nothing crazy or bright, just a very faint yellow, yellow goldish glow, similar to the way a cat's eyes reflect light in the darkness. I also noticed that the figure had traveled a very large distance in the 5 seconds I took to turn around and inform my friends. This was especially worrying as he was walking, not running. I immediately knew that it was time to leave. I ran towards the gate of the house and yelled for my friends to follow me, which, after witnessing what I had witnessed, they obliged, except one of them. One of our friends looked frozen. His eyes were wide open, his mouth slightly open too, and he was not blinking. This entire time, he was looking at the figure, and I ran, pushed him in order to get him to move, which made him snap out of some sort of light trance as he was slightly lost. But at this point, the figure was about 100 meters away, and nearly at the same time, all of us were filled with a visceral feeling of dread. Not fear, but like whatever is happening right now is very, very wrong. We later realized that this probably emanated from the man. As we were entering the garden and ducking behind the fence. We noticed that this man was moving a minimum of 5 times as fast as a regular person running, while making absolutely no noise, even though he was walking. We hid behind the fence for ages and managed to get a picture of him from underneath the fence. He then walked into the nearby woods, leaving behind absolutely no footprints and making no noise at all. I have no clue what this was, but we are 100% that whatever this was not human. Update: I forgot to add, one of my friends said that the man apparently turned into smoke at one point, like white smoke, and then materialized again. Not sure if I believe him, as nobody else saw it. So, look, so some people, yeah. So someone asked, can you post a picture, which the original OP has later on down the post. So here is the picture. So as you can see, looks like right there is the individual in question. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, is the individual in question. I mean, look, it's pretty hard to. Obviously, it's an individual. You can tell it's an individual. Just you know, maybe in a jacket and pants. But aside from that, you really can't tell too much about the person as their back is clearly turned. Whether or not they were running, at essentially limitless speed is another question. Uh, 11. So as as we saw the picture, yeah, it's pretty, you know, in the OP continues, he still outside the house for a minute before going down the valley and into the woods. It's interesting. Is it paranormal? Maybe. Look, it could certainly, I guess, be claimed paranormal given how fast the individual moved. But then again, when you think about it, it's very dark. They don't honestly know how close the individual was. The OP continues. I'm not into cryptids paranormal, so I have no clue what this is. Could someone help? Skinwalkers are an American cryptid, so unless one of them went on holiday to Russia, it's not a skinwalker. You, you know what? And then someone asks, how was the figure dressed? What other details you have? He goes, the figure had a leather jacket, black pants, not sure about the shoes, might have been barefoot. The figure was of average height but stocky. The figure moved almost weightlessly, very, very light footed. I didn't make out any abnormal features on the figure's face, but the eyes were slightly larger than a human and had no pupils, just that glow. The figure's face was very dark, almost as dark as its leather jacket, as if it's a large shadow on its face. You know, if it bothers you to take out your phone and photograph him, why not film? This is why. This way we could all see his walking speed. We tried to, but flash turned on and we thought he might have seen us. I saw it, so ran into the house. And then, that's where he had some smoke. You mentioned east of Moscow, which area? Yeah, not too sure, as I don't know Russian areas. But sorry, my friend doesn't mean to read, so we're not gonna do that. I'm thinking it was Bunghole Man. It's interesting. Is it paranormal? Maybe, maybe not. Pareidolia? Maybe, maybe not. Or just a random individual. I'll let you decide. Anyway, then that's for this video, and I'll catch you all next time.